Right, evening all. Um, I am going to talk you through how to do meditation practice. This is a form of meditation that is really good to begin with if you've not meditated before. If it's quite a new thing for you, this is a really good practice to kind of get you understanding how to go from the outside and move to the inside. It's a very strong concentration practice. Practicing this regularly can improve your focus, your levels of concentration. It can be done with nearly anything, any object to look at, but the easiest thing to do it with is a candle. So if you're watching now, if you have a candle anywhere in the house, go grab one. Little tea light, whatever you've got, whatever works, just so long as you can have a naked flame in front of you. So I'll give you a moment just to go grab one of those. The practice is called Trataka. I think that's how you say it anyway. That's how I say it. Trataka, Trataka. And there's two ways of doing this. So one way is you stare at the flame of the candle. You stare at it for as long as you need to really get that image of the flame in your eye. And then after long enough, when you feel it's really in there, then you close your eyes, and with your eyes closed, you can still see the flame of the candle. So you focus on that image, quite literally that image in your mind's eye. So with your eyes closed, you hold that image there for as long as you can. So you focus on the image, hold it for as long as possible, and then gradually it will start to fade, or maybe you become distracted. At that point, you then open your eyes again and do the practice again. Initially, you might find that the image doesn't stay in your mind's eye for too long. So if it fades quickly, don't get frustrated. It's just part of the practice. Open your eyes again, look at the flame, keep doing it. Imagine every time you do it like a bicep curl, like a rep, of lifting a weight. So every time your mind wanders, every time the image fades in your mind's eye, do the practice again, hold it there, concentrate, focus on it, and then again. If it fades, do it again, do it again, do it again. Do it for as long as you can give yourself the time for. Eventually, as you practice this more and more, you'll be able to hold that image in your mind's eye for a longer period of time. And eventually, if you're timing yourself or you're paying attention to how long you're doing the practice for, you'll find that actually, you're sitting comfortably for longer and longer, holding that image of the flame in your mind's eye for a longer period of time. So that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is you stare at the flame of the candle without blinking. So you stare at the flame, and obviously by not blinking, your eyes will end up watering, which is fine, which is healthy. That stops your eyes from drying out. So let the tears stream, let the water come. Keep staring at the flame of the candle for as long as you can. And any sort of discomfort you feel in your eyes, the tears, literally themselves, the tears falling from your eyes, that will be a releasing of tension that can be stored on your retina. So the optic nerve in your eye, it sees a lot, it sees everything. And tension, emotional traumas can actually be stored in this part of the body. So by doing this practice and letting the tears stream, you're quite literally, releasing all of that is stored there. I'm hoping you've got your candles and you've lit them in front of you. I would suggest that you put the flame of your candle kind of at eyesight, to eye level. You don't want to be sitting in a meditation practice and looking down. You want to be able to support your spine. So you're keeping that length in the spine, keep lengthening through the crown of your head. So every vertebrae in your spine is well supported. The whole of your spine is well supported, so you can sit there comfortably for a longer period of time. However you sit, doesn't matter. If you're sitting cross-legged, kneeling, sitting on a chair, whatever works for you. The main importance when it comes to meditation is that your spine is set. So you want to have a tilt in the pelvis, a length in the spine. There will be a natural S curve, an S shape to the spine. And this is how you know it's well and truly supported. This is just going to help you sit for longer periods of time without so much aching and discomfort. So, grab your candles, light them, get them at eye level. Make sure you're sitting comfortably. And I'll do it for a while with you, just to kind of talk you through it. Make sure you get the hang of it. And then this is basically a practice that you'll be able to do in your own time whenever you want. So, first of all, we'll do the practice where you actually stare at the flame of the candle. And then afterwards, we'll give the other one a go where we stare at the candle. Okay, so sitting comfortably, long in the spine, lifting the heart, relaxing your shoulders, always keep the space for your lungs. Just breathing normally. So fix your eyes at the flame of the candle. Now you may find, as you're looking at the flame, there's quite a few areas of the candle to look at. Try to focus your eyes just on one single point. So the top of the wick, the top of the flame would be quite hard because the top of the flame is always changing, always moving. Try to fixate on the top of the wick. And that will be your anchor point for your eyes. So lock your eyes here and then just stare. Stare into the fire. Stare as long as is required. And then when you feel that you've looked long enough, when you really feel that that image of the flame is kind of, well burnt into your eye kind of thing, then closing your eyes, see that flame still in your eyes. So literally with your eyes closed, seeing that flame in your mind's eye. Hold it there for as long as you can. You might find it comes and goes. The image can strengthen and weaken. This is quite natural. I know that some people, they don't necessarily see the flame as the flame. Sometimes it's kind of like a negative image. Sometimes it is literally the candle itself. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're seeing when you close your eyes, hold that in your focus. So keep looking at it with your eyes closed. Obviously, you're not really seeing this information with your eye. You're seeing it in your mind's eye. If you're into chakras, then this would be Ajna chakra. And then you just keep your eyes closed for as long as possible. When the image starts to fade, when you can no longer see it, then you simply open your eyes again and do the practice. Repeat it over and over. So if you're finding as you're doing this that the mind wanders, it gets distracted, the image of the flame quickly fades. Again, don't get disheartened, don't get frustrated. Just like any practice, it takes practice. You've got to keep repeating it. You've got to keep repeating it to see results. It doesn't matter how strong an attention span you have. However often you practice this, you will end up seeing results. So you just stick with it. If it's not proving fruitful right away, just be patient with yourself. Just practice as often as you can, as regularly as you can, and eventually your attention span increases. So that's one way of doing it. with the eyes open, holding the image of the flame in your mind's eye. The other variation, so again, you look at that pinpoint, that you fixate your eyes on an area of the flame, ideally the top of the wick, and then you just stare. So you keep your eyes open. Obviously there may be that temptation to blink, to close the eyes. Try to continue through the discomfort. Obviously the blinking of the eye is generally a unconscious behavior. So consciously taking over control, keep your eyes open. Notice if you do have that desire to look elsewhere. If there's a temptation to look just to the left of the flame or the right of the flame, again, maintain control. Don't let yourself get distracted. Any movement of your eye is the mind trying to wander, trying to move on from the practice, trying to find something else to do. So keep staring. Obviously, the longer you hold your eyes open, the more likely the eyes are to start watering. This is a healthy response. You want to keep your eyes nice and hydrated, so if the tears start coming, let them come. And again, anything we trap, anything we store along the eye, the optic nerve, anything traumatic that we've seen, emotions can be stored here. They're coming out through the discomfort, through the tears. So it's a healthy practice, just whatever's coming, let it come. Obviously, if you have tried both the variations of this practice, maybe you can use them together. So when you're happy that you've stared at the flame for long enough, you could then close your eyes, see how long you can hold that image of the flame in your mind's eye. And this practice can be done with anything. So it can be done with, try to go for something beautiful, something natural like a flower, something of detail. Obviously, if it's quite a plain, bland object, then that's going to be quite hard to hold in your mind's eye. So just find yourself something beautiful, natural. If you can't find a candle, and have a go with practicing with that. But otherwise, that's it really. Pretty simple, very easy to do. If you don't have any candles, well, I'm sure you can add that into your next shop around the supermarket. And so hopefully this will just help you to find some time to quieten your mind. Give yourself some time, give yourself a little space just to focus on this practice. A little bit of stillness for your day. So that's it. Give it a go. If you have any questions, then do feel free to drop me a message or an email. And I think that'll do. So if you want to head over to my website, just in case, I don't know, if you're not watching this on Facebook or something and you want to get in contact with me, then the website is www.meditationmax.com. But just make sure you're taking care of yourselves, taking care of everyone around you, and hopefully see you soon. See you guys.